Hello friends, good afternoon. Today we gonna discuss one of the very important topic in order to conduct the research, especially for all the researchers and the student who are preparing for the competitive exams. So today we start the normal distribution of the data. So first, what is the data? Data is the quantitative or the data is the numerical value of the variable of the sample. So which is known as the data. So once you have collected the data, it is very important task how to analyze the data. Even before going to analyze of the data, first we need to check three things. One is reliability of the data. Second one is the normality of the data. Third one is the validity of the data. So out of three things, one today I do cover in the class. Rest two things, reliability and the validity, we gonna cover in the further classes. So today we only focus the normality of the data, how to check the normality of the data. Because normality is again very important. Normality is the only things which make you guide whether you use which kind of statistic. So again it is very important. Sometimes student can skip the normality of the data. They directly can use the tool and techniques. Later on they have a faulty result. So before going for the any kind of data analysis, please go with the normality of the data to check the normality of the data. So how do we check it? These all we discuss in the today class. Alright, how do we check, why do we check the normality of the data? To determine whether the sample data has been drawn from the normally distributed population or not. Sometimes we have collected the data from the particular regions or from the particular schools or from the particular region, whereas study area is spread all across it. So whether you are collecting the data from the normally distributed population or not, have you taken the proper sample design or not, or sample population distribution or not, first thing. Second, the normality of the data will guide you to use the appropriate statistical tool for the analysis, such as a parametric or non-parametric test. Again, very important. The normality of the data is the only things which make you guide whether you go for the parametric test or non-parametric test. Or here, I mention is very clearly, if your data is the normally distributed, then you need to go or you must go with the parametric test, right? Or if your data is not normally distributed, then kindly please go with the non-parametric test, because I often see the student, they have taken the non-parametric test even though data is the normally distributed, or the vice versa. So that is again very important concept. So we are using the normality of the data. Third, produce accurate and valid result. If you are not using the appropriate tool as per the normality of the data, of course you have a faulty result. Third, last one, avoid duplication and manipulation of the data. Sometimes we are not getting any kind of normal data, so then the student do the manipulation and duplication of the data. So if you are using the normality, if you are testing the normality of the data, of course you can avoid the duplication and the manipulation of the data. So these are the point why we are using, why we are conducting the, or why we are determining the normality of the data. So now how do we do it? So first, what is the normality of data? If I make you understand in a very simple language, normality, suppose I have taken the curve. Generally this is called as a NPC, normal probability curve. Here we have a right hand side here, and this is left hand side, this is the right hand side. So here if our data is normally distributed, that means both the side, right and left, we have an equal number of distribution, or I can say 50-50 the percent distribution. So when we have a mean is equal to median or is equal to mode, when all three things, or I can say central tendency, mean, mode, mean, and all three things are equal, then we generally consider it is a normal distribution of the data. If the data is normally distributed, that means the both the side, right and left, is the symmetrical sides. Or here is we need to keep in mind asymptomatic tail. Asymptomatic tail, that means the tail which is never going to merge in the horizontal line, which is known as the asymptomatic tail. Or one more thing here, if I take this side, the right hand side, this is here we take all the values of positive sides, and here in the left of mine we gonna take the negative value. So this is the normally things. What we need to check exactly in the normality of the data. Here the data also, here the data could have been equally distributed, not like the more data or the 70% data in the right hand side or in the positively distributed or normally distributed. This is not like that. So normal data must be distributed equally. So by keeping this particular curve, normal probability curve, we do check the normality of the data with the help of many tools. First, which is again very important, normal probability curve. We have a whole lot of books in the normal probability curve, or we generally focus on the normal probability curve, NPC. How do we calculate it? First, how to use the NPC. Suppose you have collected the raw data from the field, you have compiled it. Now, the first thing, even I suggest you, before going to the reliability and validity of the data, kindly go for the normality of the data, because it directly affects your results or your findings. So first, collect the accurate data from the natural or the nature setting, or the natural setting, I can say, the setting which is natural. You collect the data. Second, compile the raw data, the data which you have been collected, then go for the compilation of the data. Third, before going for the NPC, normal probability curve, you need to calculate the Z test. Again, very important. How to calculate the Z test? You can calculate it in the Excel sheet also. So there is a formula. Z test is equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. X here is a value actually that you have been collected, the value or the data you have been collected. Mu, that means the sample, the mean of the population which you have taken, and sigma is the standard deviation. So here samples, x is a sample, mu is the mean of the sample, and sigma is a standard deviation of the population. Then next, locate the Z value in the NPC curve. Now the Z value, suppose you get +2, 1, 2, -2, whatever you get. Now you need to check the particular Z value with the help of NPC curve. Normal probability curve, then go for the squareness and kurtosis. Post after the NPC, or post after the calculation of the NPC, you need to go with the squareness and kurtosis also. So this is very important diagram, which is known as a NPC curve, normal probability curve. So once you calculate the Z test, then you need to go with the NPC curve. Suppose your value is lying from the positive, like plus 1, +2, whatever is it. So if your value is lying here -1 to +1, that means it is denoting, that means your data is lying between the percentage of 68.26%, because here 0 to +1 means 34.13%. Similarly in the vice versa, in the negative side also, if the value lying -2 to +2, then 95.44%. If the value lying between the -3 to +3, then 99.72%. So that's how you can go with the Z value with the help of this, which show you where your data exactly stand. It never go like in the positive side, more in the positive side as compared to the negative side. It must be the equal distribution as per the percentage of the normal probability distribution. So you need to take care of it throughout calculating the normality of the data. This guide you exactly how much percentage of your data lie where. So with the help of Z test, if your Z test is lying suppose -3, so here you can calculate how much data is lying between here to here, right? So that make you a guide. So you can take a help of the NPC, normal probability curve. Next, post after calculating the normality probability curve, this is the curve actually. Once your data has been, the Z score has been calculated, then you can go for the NPC curve. NPC curve guide you properly whether your data is normally distributed or not. Then thereafter you can go for the squareness. Squareness, how do you do? Squareness, as I said you, this is also relevant to the NPC, where mean, median and mode are equal, which is known as a symmetrical distribution. Then that is the perfect normal distribution of the data. If your mean is greater than median and median is greater than mode, that means the positively squared data. Or I can say here your data has been squared in the left side, or I can say in the negative side. Because here if you see the signs are going in the like opposite directions. If I say here positively squared, that means the data is lying in the negative directions, or in the negative side of the NCP. Similarly, if the mode is greater than median and median greater than mean, that means the negatively squared data. Here that means the your data is the highest percentage of your data lying in the positive direction, in the positive side, or I can say here in this positive side. Here lying, that means the negatively squared. If your data is here lying in the negative side, that means the positively squared. As I said, it go in the opposite directions. Or how to calculate the squareness? Squareness means 3 then mean minus mean subtracted by the median. So as I said you, Here suppose your mean is greater than median and median is greater than mode, then it is the positively squared. Positively squared means it is lying in the negative side, the negative value, the -1, -2, -3 in the normal probability curve NPC. If you here also if you see that means the mode is greater. Here if you see like if your mean is less than, your mode is greater than median than mean. So that means the negatively squared. Here it is located in the positive side of the NPC curve. So that is also guide you to check the normality of the data. Next is kurtosis, as I shared you. Here squareness make you like the distribution of data, whether it is lying in the positive direction or the negative directions with the help of squareness. But with the help of kurtosis, it show you the peak endness. That means the peak endness, how peak end it is in the NPC. So the peak endness of the data on the NPC normal probability curve kurtosis we can calculate with the formula Q means the quartile, P90 minus P10. P90 is the percentile, 90 percentile of the data. P means the percentile, or 10 is the 10 percentage. Mesokurtic, if I say the standard value or the acceptable value of the kurtosis is 0.263. So if your value is 0.263 or approx the 0.263, that means your data is normally distributed. If the value, if you call it as the leptokurtic, that means the plus, or it is more than 0.263, which is being known as the leptokurtic. If it is below then that's why I use the sign minus. If it is below than 0.263, that it is means the platykurtic. So this is the curve we can use for the, this is the normal mesokurtic, that means the 0, mean mode median is equal, the leptokurtic the more than 0.263 and platy means minus 263. So that's how you can calculate the normality of the data. You have many techniques with the help of you can use it. So most important is the NPC, normal probability curve. Along with it, you can use with the help of kurtosis and squareness. So with the appropriate value which have been given. So that's how you can go with the normality of the data. I hope it has cleared to all how to conduct the normality, how to check the normality of the data, because it is very important before going for any kind of analysis, any kind of statistical tool you are using. It never matter whether your data is normal or not. Sometimes it could be the not normal distributed. There is nothing to worry. But it is very important when your data is normally distributed, then go for the parametric test. You can go for the like a t-test or other tests which are under the parametric test. Then if your data is not normally distributed, then you must have go with the non-parametric test. So this is related to the normality of the data. So I hope it has been clear to all how to check the normality of the data. So I made you clear to this. So in the few coming classes, we're gonna cover how to check the reliability of the data, how to check the validity of the data. So before that, I made you clear how to check the normality of the data so that you would get to have the deep insights of the data. So thank you so much. Now you go for the like and share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.